Good evening. This is All India Radio Kohima. I'm Jonas Yandan with Evening News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says historic farm laws creating opportunities for increasing farmers' income and enables them to become entrepreneurs. Health Ministry issues guidelines for management of co-infection of COVID-19 with other seasonal epidemic diseases. Nagaland reports 123 new COVID cases. First COVID death registered in Mokokchung. An International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction being celebrated today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said that the historic farm laws are creating opportunities for farming and farmers to move from the role of food provider to entrepreneurship. Speaking after releasing the autobiography of Loknet Batma Pushan, Dr. Balasaheb Vikhe Patil through video conferencing, the Prime Minister said the model of local economy and local enterprise will take the country forward. Citing shining examples of such local models, he spoke about a revolution that happened in the sugar industry in Maharashtra, white revolution in the milk industry in Gujarat, and in wheat production in Punjab and Haryana. The Prime Minister also stressed on amalgamating the old and new farming techniques for better productivity. Union Health and Family Welfare Ministry has issued guidelines for management of co-infection of COVID-19 with other seasonal epidemic diseases like dengue, malaria, seasonal influenza, chikungunya, and endemic fever. Ministry said that seasonal diseases can pose challenges in clinical and laboratory diagnosis of COVID-19. Health Ministry said concerted efforts are required in prevention, surveillance, behavior change communication, and management of such cases. It said constant vigil and awareness of the possibility of co-infections can help physicians avert the adverse outcome of cases with co-infection and improve clinical outcome. Health Ministry has asked the states to effectively use their resources through integrated surveillance, vector control measures, vaccination, and use of insect repellents to prevent the seasonal diseases. In Nagaland, another 123 fresh cases of COVID-19 positive have been reported today, taking the tally of positive cases to 7,363. Health Minister S. Pangyapom in a tweet informed that 66 cases were reported in Dimapur, 37 from Kohima, 19 in Mokokchung, and 1 from Mon. He also said 16 patients have recovered, which include 14 from Dimapur and 2 from Mon. With this, the recovered tally in the state stands at 5,770. As the unlock process begins across the nation, Mokokchung witnesses a steady rise in the number of COVID-positive cases, even as the district administration orders sealing of numerous houses due to detection of positive cases. Moreover, Mokokchung reported a first case of COVID-positive death today. As per official sources, one person was brought to Imkong Lepa Memorial District Hospital, IMDH, on Monday evening on emergency case. After the doctor on duty investigated the patient, it was found out that the patient had a travel history and was having symptoms. He was later tested positive for COVID in the evening and passed away in the wee hours today. He was 62. Meanwhile, following the detection of COVID-positive cases, the emergency OPD of IMDH has been sealed till further orders. Another development with regard to COVID in Mokokchung is the sealing of gates in many of the villages in the district starting from today, even as contact tracing is being carried out by health officials. The International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction is being celebrated today. The day is celebrated every year on 13 October. Joining with the rest of the country, Nagaland State Disaster Management Authority (NSDMA) Home Department observed the day by organizing a webinar in collaboration with the Institution for Disaster, Emergency and Accidents, Gujarat. Advisor of NSDMA, Khajedo Ginimi, in his remarks said that as COVID-19 has disrupted the countries globally, there is a need for clear vision to act on scientific evidence which can be achieved through disaster risk governance. Ginimi also stressed on the need to look into the Sendai framework for disaster reduction, risk reduction of 2015-2030. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. Nagaland Pradesh Congress Committee (NPCC) today handed over party ticket to its candidate for the forthcoming by-election. In a ticket distribution function held at Dimapur, NPCC President K. Terry handed over the party ticket to Kasio Anar, who will contest for the by-election to 60 Bungro Assembly constituency. He said the party will not field any candidate for the 14 South Nangami 1 Assembly constituency as NPF has decided to field their candidate. He said the party will work out soon with NPF to support each other. Stating that the Congress party is strong and it's their obligation to contest, Terry said they will not give a walkover to BJP as NPF is unlikely to field candidate for Bungro. The polling for by-election to the 2 assembly constituencies will be held on November 3 and the counting will take place on November 10th. Secretary for Ministry of Information and Broadcasting Amit Khare, along with Secretary of Health and Family Welfare Ministry, yesterday held a virtual meeting with the state nodal officers for Jan Andolan COVID campaign. The meeting was also attended by state chief secretaries and administrators of union territories. The meeting emphasized on Prime Minister Narendra Modi's key message on 3 basic safety rules to stay safe from COVID-19 until there is a cure. Khare, in his concluding remarks, stressed on the need to follow the safety precautions diligently as the pandemic is not over yet. He informed that BIP, AIR, to Darshan are advised to stay in touch with the state governments and to carry out their activities regularly. Khare further requested the state governments to ensure that town traders, merchants, shopkeepers put up banners about COVID-appropriate behavior so as to encourage public to follow safety precautions from COVID-19. Member of Parliament Lok Sabha Tokeho Yeptomi yesterday visited Zonobado district and held a meeting with heads of offices of the centrally sponsored schemes implementing departments. Speaking at a meeting, Yeptomi said it is the vision of the Prime Minister Narendra Modi to see our country as developed nation. In this, he encouraged the departments for proper implementation of central government schemes and discouraged mismanagement of the same. The MP said his purpose of visit is to oversee the completed and ongoing developmental activities and management of government schemes which will benefit the people of the district. He also lauded the efforts of all the frontline workers headed by Deputy Commissioner Peter Lichamo in tackling the ongoing pandemic. Highway patrolling team of Kohima police, while conducting mobile vehicle checking post at Beducha yesterday, intercepted one unregistered white gypsy and recovered 654 bottles of illegal codeine cough syrup. In this connection, one person was arrested while the illegal drugs along with the vehicle have been seized. A case has been registered at Sechu Zabza Police Station under relevant sections of Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act for further investigation. Mars will be at its biggest and brightest tonight as the red planet will be seen lined up with Earth and the Sun. The event will be witnessed tonight. It happens in about every 2 years and is called opposition in astronomy terms. The Sun and Mars on opposite sides of Earth. October 2020 is all about the glory of Mars as the glimmering red planet puts on a show in the night sky. We passed Mars' close approach to Earth on 6th of October and now we can look forward to tonight when it will be in opposition. And as the nation fights COVID-19 pandemic, let us all remember to stay safe and protected by following these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, wash hands frequently, and follow social distancing. And now 20 News, here are the main points again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says historic farm laws creating opportunities for increasing farmers' income and enables them to become entrepreneurs. Health Ministry issues guidelines for management of co-infection of COVID-19 with other seasonal epidemic diseases. Nagaland reports 123 new COVID cases, first COVID death registered in Mokokchung. An International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction being celebrated today. That's all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.